Hello happy crafters and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon because I am back every week with all the crafty things. This week, we are doing something a little bit different and we are not doing a Cricut project or a Glowforge project. We're doing a project that I saw on TikTok and I am determined to try. If you are an Anthropologie lover, if you are a candle lover, this video is for you because we are going to make an Anthropologie dupe giant candle using products we found at Hobby Lobby. It might be unsuccessful, it might be a little chaotic, but it's definitely going to be fun, and I'm going to try it so you can be more confident going into it yourself if you decide you want to try it too. I think you're going to want to. So like I said, we're making a giant Anthropologie dupe candle. Let me tell you all the materials you need and then we're going to jump right into it. Let's get all this sorted so you can make sense of it. First of all, you're gonna need a giant bowl. So I found this one at Hobby Lobby. I will say it's big, so you need a lot of wax. If you don't wanna do one that's quite this big, they had other sizes. They are 50% off, or were at the time that I bought mine. And I feel like usually their stuff tends to run 50% off, so you can get a good deal if you go ahead and get it at Hobby Lobby. To make it have that Anthropologie look, we are gonna go for this wood one. But if this is more your style, this is a big ceramic one that I also loved. And I'm probably gonna do this for a separate candle project. It's about the same size, it just has a thinner rim or lip, and it's ceramic. So I did find this one at Michael's in the clearance section under their spring stuff, and it was $2. This is also a good look. I just think it doesn't look quite as much like the Anthropologie dupe, so we're not gonna go with this one today, but I probably will do that as a follow-up. You're gonna need some wax. I bought 2 bags of it. I hope that's enough. It says its melting point is 135 degrees Fahrenheit, so we're gonna have to heat this puppy up quite a lot. And I got the soy wax flakes. You're also gonna need candle wicks. I got the really long ones. We will be trimming these. You're gonna need a fragrance of some kind. I chose cinnamon swirl because it felt kind of fall-like, but not too fall. And then the person I saw on TikTok used pumpkin molds to create like little pumpkins to kind of put around her candle. We're gonna go for that same effect, but at Hobby Lobby, they had these. These are little candle pumpkins already made, so we're not gonna make our own little candle pumpkins today. We're gonna use already made. For the first step of this, you're actually gonna need a hot glue gun because we are going to hot glue down our wicks to the bottom of our bowl. So I'm going to heat mine up really fast and get some scissors. Let's open up our little wicks. I'm trying to decide how many wicks I want to do. I think maybe 5. I also have to think about where my pumpkins are gonna go because I don't want them to be in the way. I think we're gonna use all 5 and then we'll trim the wicks after we pour our candle base in. Okay, our hot glue gun is heated up. Let's go ahead and hot glue these puppies to the base. Not entirely sure about the placement here, but it is what it is. Let's glue our wax things down. This is gonna be a little bit of a guessing game. I'm gonna be generous with the glue because I feel like, woo! We might have to use like sticks or something to kind of hold them up when we pour our actual candle in here. I'm just kind of holding them down for a couple seconds and then I'm just gonna let them fall to the side and we'll sort the rest out later. Okay, we have all of our wicks installed. We're just gonna leave this like this for a couple minutes and we're gonna go melt our wax because this next part is gonna happen kind of quickly. We're gonna have to have these sitting up somehow or like propped up so that we can pour our candle in and they don't end up laying down. Okay, so we have our double boiler set up, which basically, if you're unfamiliar with that, it just means I took a larger pot and I filled it with 2 to 3 inches of water and we are slowly gonna heat that to a broil, and then I'm going to add a smaller pot that will go inside this pot, and that's where we'll actually melt our wax. So we're gonna let this heat up for a minute and then add the wax. Okay, I'm not sure if this is technically hot enough yet, but we are going to start it and let it just slowly melt. That's gonna be a little bit easier anyway. I'm gonna pour my wax in here, and we're gonna add more too once we melt this first bit. I'm just gonna let it float in there. It's kind of scary. And then we're gonna take our little spoon or a spatula. We'll use this spatula. And we're just gonna kind of push it around in there. It is already kind of starting to melt, and I think holding onto it is maybe gonna make it a little easier. The texture is like really satisfying. Okay, I'm gonna let this melt down and I will come back once it is fully melted. Okay. Okay, we are just maybe 2 to 3 minutes into this, and it's already, I would say, a little more than halfway melted. It also melts down quite a bit, which is expected. So I'm gonna let it melt completely, and then I'm actually gonna add the second bag of wax because I think it's all gonna fit in this one pot, which is marvelous and honestly kind of unexpected. So I'm glad that I don't have to do this in 2 separate batches. I don't think I'm gonna be able to do it all at once, I'm pretty sure. I'm just letting it finish up melting this first little set, and then I'm gonna finish off the first bag and probably be able to even add the second bag. Just a little update, it's only been about 2 to 3 minutes. It's melting really quick. So it's almost totally melted, so we're gonna add a little more than half of the fragrance in here because I'm not entirely sure if this is gonna be enough for our bowl or not, or whether I'm gonna have to melt another pot. So we're gonna do half, and then we're gonna stir that in, and we're almost ready to go put it in our candle. Feels like I could have used a better container for that, but I've got some time before this is gonna cool and dry, so I'm gonna do a little bit more wax so I can just fill it up to the tippy top. Then we're gonna add our pumpkins and get these wicks standing up straight. I've discovered that these bamboo paddle skewers are gonna be the thing that helps us keep these wicks held up. So I'm laying them across like a little bridge, and then I'm gonna use tape to tape it down. It is a little bit challenging, but not impossible. Nothing we can't do. So I'm just putting a little piece of tape on either side and making a little apparatus to keep it up. Then you can kind of like shove it back into place too, which is nice. Okay, that's pretty good. These ones near the edge are definitely gonna be the easier ones. I think that's fine. 2 more, and one of the ones left is the one in the middle. We got this, we got this. It's kind of like playing Jenga, but with hot wax. Actually, the one in the middle is easier because I can put it on top of some of these other ones, which is kind of nice. 1 more! These are just like slowly falling down. Someone who knows how to do candle making is watching this right now, annoyed at me for this technique because I'm sure it's not that great, but it's working. And that's really all that we need right now. Something that works. Also, the cinnamon scent is strong. I think they look great. So we're gonna let this dry, and then we will come back, snip our wicks, and add our little pumpkin accessories. This has almost completely dried. It's not totally dry because I touched this and it kind of like broke down into the candle, but I think it's as dry as it needs to be for us to go ahead and snip the wicks and add our pumpkins. We're gonna start by gently removing all the sticks, all the tape, because man, did I make a mess of this. It was what was needed. 2 more. 1 more. Oh my gosh. Okay, it's really cool looking. Also, I don't have a wick trimmer. I know I should have one. I'm a grown 32-year-old woman. I should have a wick trimmer. I don't. So we're using our craft scissors today. We're just gonna cut her down. Okay, now let's open up our pumpkins. I'm gonna get all my little pumpkins out, both colors, and then we'll place them on our candle. I think it's still like moist enough that we could probably like lay them in and they'll make little indentions, which is actually exactly what we want because we want them to we want to make sure they stay. I thought about hot gluing them, but I actually think just like placing them is gonna be the better call. Let's place these puppies. I think just like, oh, I'm gonna have to hot glue them. That's okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and place them where I want them. I love it. It's so cute. It's a circle, so I love how I'm trying to like, I think like that. Okay, we're gonna hot glue these guys down, and then this candle is done. And it smells really good too. This feels like a bad idea, putting hot glue on a candle. It does feel a little odd, but that's okay. I'm sure real candle makers are not thrilled with me at this moment, but that's okay. So yeah, it's definitely sticking though, so that's good. Okay, crafty friends, I hope you had so much fun making this Anthropologie dupe candle with me. She is large, and I cannot wait to light her and make my home smell like fall. I think this turned out really cute, and if you bought this on Anthropologie, it would probably cost over $100, but it looks so cool. It smells amazing. It's gonna last me all fall long. This is definitely one I would recommend trying. This would also make a fantastic gift. You could sell this if you are a crafter who wants to sell her projects. You could give this as a gift. It'd make a really fun housewarming gift, or if someone has a fall birthday, or you could do this for different seasons or different times of year. But it's just a really fun make. I have never made a candle before. This was my first attempt and we went hard for the first one. So I hope you had as much fun as I did. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. And if you don't already follow me on social media, please do. You can find me anywhere on socials at It's Laura Lambert. I would love for you to shoot me a DM, leave me a comment, let me know what you're making, let me know what you thought of this project. And if you've been around for a while, you know this project is very different than what we normally do around here. So please let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this, if you want to see more projects like this in the future, or just what you want to see in general. I would love to know your requests. I would love to know what you're interested in. I'll try it at least once. Happy crafting, friend. Go make you a candle and enjoy it as much as I'm gonna enjoy this one.